Welcome to today's session. So today we are going to look into one of the government sector stock, which is called KITEX Government. Price started somewhere from this level initially, which is 47, and went up to the level of 410 to 767, which was the high. And it was during September 2015. After that, what we have seen is that there is a constant fall in this price, and we see a long consolidation from December 2018 till June 2021. So that is around quite a long time. And what we can see here is that it was almost flat where the price movement was not there, and gradually the price started to form a upward movement. Now, if we look into this area in quarterly, this is one of the drop and some of the base area. We can consider this also as a drop, base and drop, and we can see this area is already consumed. There is nothing fresh here. And from the demand portion, if you see, it is running from this bottom area, which is somewhere between 68 rupees, and now it has started gaining momentum from past 2 quarters. In the current quarter, we see there are good momentum. However, although these areas are looking pretty small, but there will be resistance in this area, which will be kind of a supply zone on a lower time frame. So let's mark this area to understand this better. So now if we can see that price currently is bullish and trying to reach to this level, which is 314. And now coming to the monthly chart, what we can see here is that there is a proper formation which is talking about a rally, base and drop. Although these leg outs are not too exciting, they are not so great, but what we can see is that this was one of the good area which closed below this portion and also pushed the price towards the lowest part of it. So we need to mark this area to understand how the price action has taken place here. So if you mark this area week to week, what we can see here is that this level was created during month of April 2018, and price was not able to break it when it tried to attempt to go up on 30th of July. Now, if you look into it, post hitting this area, price was trying to come down. So once in point of time, it was a exciting candle up to here. But as the month ended, the price got pushed downwards, and it followed by a bearish momentum for the next month, which is in the month of August 21. After that, the price was going sideways, and eventually it is now able to break out as on 10th of January. Let's understand how the structure is looking here. So again, we can see it is a drop, base, consolidation, then drop, then prolonged consolidation, then trying to break out, then came down, and again it finally made a breakout here. Now in this area, what we can see is that this quarterly zone which we marked here, based on this price structure, which is the week here, this is not very supportive. Like the structure itself is not very good. So if we find this kind of a structure, although it may be quite weak in the appearance, but it may still hold some good stocks. Sorry, it may still hold good some numbers of orders, which can still push the price down. Now, if I mark this area for a better understanding that will take into the entire uh, range of this area, then let's look into how the monthly numbers, monthly area looks into. So if you see now the quarterly portion is shifted to upper side, which is again starting with the week. But if you see from a structure point of view, this is a reaction area to this portion, and this is again a reaction area to this drop here. But apart from that, if you see, we have only a fresh level in this portion, which is somewhere between 496 level. So if price is able to continue the momentum, what I am expecting here is that because this area is still untouched, while we see that there was a 1 month upwards move, then there is a consolidation, then price came down. So there will be quite a few numbers of orders here, which may hold the price um, to a level. It may not push the price down because this area is not so great in terms of the structure way, by structure wise, but it may still hold the price and make it like a sideways. So if something happens like this, what we can expect here in the weekly chart is that it can create kind of a flag kind of a structure where we can see that price goes up here, reacts to this area, and then try to go down or become sideways before it can resume the up move. So now here what we can see is that in this level, although the price is although the structure is not so great, but some of the areas are there which can still hold the price here. So up to this area, what we can expect is that when price reaches to this point during the 309 area, it may try to come down and then start consolidating before it can uh, break to the upside. And once it is breaking to the upside, we can also see some resistance forming around 391, because this is one of the area which is still fresh and it has a good downside move. So we can consider it as a rally base drop. Now, what happens in this scenario? This is also a reaction area, but if you can see, this reaction came from wick and it is not from the body. So there are two school of thought. One school of thought talks about that if this area is already touched, then orders are consumed. But what we know here is that this area has a formation with a gap. So in those cases where you see a down move which is closing below this legging candle, what happens in these cases is that these are still considered as a powerful structure, and coinciding with the quarterly zone, it may also create some challenges for the price to go straight up. We have to see how the price action develops when the price reaches to this area. If it is coming with a strong momentum and bullish candle, what we can expect is that it can also get violated and price can go up and react to some of this area which are quite small in structure, like in this portion, but they still hold good lot of supply orders. Now, if you look into this overall structure point of view, once this area is broken, then we do not have significant levels other than one level here, which is somewhere between 400 501, and then the second level is under 400 574. I'm not too optimistic about this level, although it is a swing point, like price has come down to this level and again went up, felt a resistance here and then went down. Here, if you see the closing itself for this section, which is marked here, the closing is ending here. It is not able to break through this lower portion. It had a pullback here. Again, it went down. So for me, this area makes more sense for price to hold. And when we do this review, we can also look into what are the critical areas in monthly. So what we can see is that this is one of the area where price is having a proper structure. It is a drop base drop and it is quite strong. It has broken this monthly demand zone. So this becomes a crucial area for us to watch out for, although it is a quarterly area what we are looking for from a zone point of view, but it may not hold good if the buying momentum remains in continuation. What we could also expect is that the price goes here, touches this level around this portion, and then comes back and give us opportunity to enter again at somewhere between 193. But that again depends on the price action, how it is getting developed. Now coming to the daily chart, if you can see, this is a long consolidation which got broken, and as uh, evidenced by the higher time frame chart. Let me delete all these line items. These are creating confusion in terms of the proper visual appeal of it. Now, if you look into this structure, so here what we can see is that uh, this was a gap formed, okay, when the price was coming down in on the daily chart, and if you can see, this gap got easily filled. So if you see in this portion, we see this was the one portion, one attempt where price was trying to go up on 15th July, and it cleared all the orders here, and that's why price was able to slice through this zone. Now, if you look, I'll go back to the monthly chart and understand what is the implication as on today. So if you see, this was one of the clear monthly area which got violated today. So today's price action has violated this portion, and it is about to reach this 314 area. So till that time we reach to that level, what we could expect here is that we see a strong bullish momentum, which is 16%, 16.991%, that is 17% move today, which is followed by strong bullish momentum. So whenever this impulsive move happen, they are not sustainable. Usually price try to correct at a bottom, correct from this breakout level. Sometime what also happens is that price goes a bit up and then again tries to come down towards the bottom area, which will be something like price will hit here and then again it will try to go up. So something like this kind of a structure which may form, uh, uh, where the price will come here and then touch and go up. So we can also expect is that sometime what we could also see is that price reverse out with the same size of a candle, which is a red candle, and then again retouch this area, does a gap fill, and then again goes up after some minor consolidation. So this is one of the stock what you should be looking into, keeping in your view. The breakouts are really good. Like we can see there is a gap up opening, three candles, and again price opened up here, then closed below this previous day close, then there was a again down move, then consolidation, then finally price was able to break out. And we understand that why this down move came in, because the gap up was stopped by this gap area which has the consolidation. So KITEX is showing good momentum. So whenever we see similar kind of consolidation, usually we'll see there is a strong buying pressure to the upside and then price will start coming down. What we could also expect here is that after this formation, we could see another small green candle and then price gradually starting to come down and or um, coming in a up and down structure and then creating a flag, traditional flag kind of pattern. So what we can also expect is that we should be watching for this stock and seeing how the price actions are developing. If we get an opportunity to buy here, definitely we should be looking for a buy somewhere in this area, which should be here uh, around 236, 237. We should have a stop loss below this monthly area, and we can target at least 1:2 or 1:3 trade. So this is one of the quick win what you can expect. But considering it has broken a strong monthly area, which is we are seeing here, there's a very high potential that price will go up to 314, maybe penetrate a bit and then again come down, give a good opportunity on daily where we can enter either as a flag pattern or the way it is currently being depicted here, that and this could be one of the entry point, this could be one of the stop loss point. uh, what we can also expect is that whenever such breakout happens and if the price trend to revert from this area, you could find some support in this portion, which is somewhere in this area, which is 194, and one of the good area which is also 175. So in case you're planning for investment purpose, so what you can do is that you can buy some quantity here, maybe 20% of your stock, whatever you plan to invest here. Then you can also buy some portion here, which should be another 20%. And if the price comes into this level, you can buy some another 30% and you can keep the buffer in case price starts to go up. What we can also plan in this trade is that the if you can see, these are more of a breakout kind of a structure. So price was coming down, then started moving upwards and then started giving a breakout. So after this kind of a situation, this kind of a view happens, then what we could expect is that price do not price stops going straight forward upwards. So it starts consolidating and making structure, then it start forming higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So after every impulsive move, we expect there is a pullback or there should be a sideways movement before the up move can resume. Keeping that mind, we need to be watchful about this trade. It could be a really good opportunity in this area, which is which is marked here. This will be really good opportunity in this area also, which is also a good zone because it has close in. This is the origin point for closing above this area, which was one of the resistance, and this is also one of a good structure. So whenever you see this kind of a structures are forming, which are trying to go up and trying to break the barrier, so these are some of the good indication that price is going to have more momentum towards the upside rather than on the downside. So considering this point, you can look for a good buying opportunity in KITEX garment. It could also be possible that now the budget is around the corner. There may be some news around that where insiders are already aware, which is pushing the price up. So you should be looking for similar structure in other textile or the garment related stock, which could give you a better entry opportunity. So that's pretty much what we have today for KTEX Garment. Do let me know your thought in the comment section. If you find this analysis, do let me know. If you think we need to improve on some of the areas, that also is going to help us. So till then, we again catch up. Thank you for staying with us.